her friends, what is she doing? If it's not the money, then I really gotta do it. Just dancing into something, now I really gotta prove it. Smoking ton of weed, get too drunk, no, I don't know what I said. That night just flew by, no, I don't know how I ended up in my bed.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Kervin with Rose City Hip Hop, and today we're going to be interviewing one of the hottest new and upcoming artists in Windsor right now, the man himself, JVK, man.
What up, bro? What up,
How you doing, man? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. I'm excited.
Yeah?
Energized.
Oh, it's good to have you here, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
I really appreciate you coming out here, talking with us and everything. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, bro. You know, you've been a busy guy. You know, you had a big past year, bro. A lot of stuff went down. Shows, music videos. I want to talk about some of your features, mixtapes that you dropped, singles that you put out. I even want to also talk a little about, some sneak peek, some stuff you got coming up.
Of course.
But before we get into all that stuff, I think it's best that we kind of start at the beginning with you, Of
course.
Where you started with all the music, how you really got into this. Kind of take us back to your early childhood and, like, what inspired you back then to even pursue music like this? The people around you that inspired you, the music that inspired you.
For sure.
Take us back then.
All right, so I'd say it started off basically just growing up in a household that was always like dealing with music, right?
Yeah?
So I couldn't escape it, you know? Growing up, my dad played in a band.
Oh,
He would take me to his practices, take me to his shows and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
Sister was a dancer.
Oh, hell yeah.
So yeah, I just ran in the family, like at a young age. I actually had an amp in my basement with a mic.
Oh shit!
So I would just run downstairs.
He was born into this, bro.
Exactly,
hell
bro.
Yeah.
I would sing. Wasn't great, but I kept going with it. And then I was into sports for a bit. I'm not gonna lie, I was into some sports.
What kind of sports were you doing?
I was playing hockey, bro.
Hockey?
Classic white boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Nah, classic Windsor thing. Everybody here loves hockey, bro.
For sure. I was playing hockey for a minute, and then I started getting injury after injury after injury.
Oh shit!
I needed surgery on my knee at 16. Or no, I might have been 15. At 15 years old, I had surgery. Huh. So I was like, yeah, fuck all this shit.
Yeah.
I might as well just go back to the roots. Do the music.
Get back into the music.
Yeah. So after that injury, I was like really motivated to like do something because I was stuck on my couch for summers.
Yeah.
And at a young age, you don't want to be sitting there when your friends are.
Yeah, I can imagine that's like hard on your mental. Like,
for
just,
sure.
Like sitting there all depressed and watching time go by and shit.
100%. When you can't do something you love and you think it's your passion, that's the key word. I thought it was my passion.
Yeah.
Like time showed me that it was just God's plan. Yeah. And like I strictly believe that everything happens for a reason. So when I had all those injuries, at first I was like, oh fuck all this shit, But then I picked up my phone and started rapping. So
hell yeah. Well, what was kind of the music that you were writing when you were a kid? What's kind of the style? Is it similar to the style you're writing right now? What kind of stuff were you writing back then?
To be honest, it wasn't any rap shit. I mean, it was rap, but my dad was like, again, in like a band. He was a lead singer. Yeah. So I was just influenced with all the old type of, rock, heavy metal. Yeah. So it's still rooted in me, and I think one day it might come back out. Yeah.
Might do a rock show or something.
For sure, like
that'd be sick.
100%.
Yeah, you definitely got the sound. You could pull that off too, bro. Like,
appreciate you.
But I also want to talk a little bit about what kind of artists you were listening to when you were younger. Some of those guys that probably inspired you. What kind of artists were you listening to back then?
Like I was listening to a lot of, like I said, I was listening to a lot of rock as a young kid. Yeah. Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yeah.
Shit like that. I was listening to, what was I listening to? Just everything. Like a lot of rock, but then it shifted into, once I hit a teen, I started listening to all the rap shit. Yeah. And originally, it wasn't, obviously Drake coming from Canada.
Of course,
I was on Drake. I was on all those popular artists. Yeah.
I figured at like your age, some of you guys are listening to like people like Ken Carson.
Yeah, he was a big inspo.
Yeah?
Big inspo. Yeah? When I turned like 13, 14, I shifted into the underground because I guess my sound just changed. It went from rock to mainstream, and then I was like, I heard a couple of shit like that. I was listening to Yeet.
Yeah,
Yeet early on. Yeet, Ken Carson, Cardi.
Destroyed Lonely?
Destroyed Lonely.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think when it comes to my rap, though, like my biggest inspo is probably Future.
Future, oh yeah.
And people, like when I say that shit, it doesn't really correlate my music. Yeah. Like when I make the dance shit, but Future was an inspiration, dropping tapes early on, kind of being himself. Yeah. Where he was from, he put on for a lot of people. Yeah. So I look up to Future.
Yeah, that's because that's exactly what you're doing right now these days.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah, man. So you writing all that music, that leads to you recording for the first time. Yeah. Right. And what did you think, You know, when you first heard yourself in the headphones, you heard it back. You know, what did you think when you heard yourself like that?
I was like, damn, this auto-tune shit is weird.
It's weird.
Like,
I know it's always like awkward. Like so many times, like when I tried to write something and I play it back, I'm like, I don't know if I like kind of like this. Like I sound okay, but
I think
I'm in my head about it.
Yeah, I think I always knew it was in me. So at the beginning when it sounded off, I was like, fuck it, I just got to keep doing this shit until it sounds good.
Don't waver.
Exactly. And then once I started liking my own shit, I started showing it to my boys, and they're like, "Yeah, this shit's hard."
And they mess with it heavy.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't know if they were just saying that because they were my boys.
Yeah.
But like, you can tell when someone's really fuck with your shit or they're just lying.
Yeah,
exactly. So, yeah, at first it was like, "What the fuck?" But people think that like that trap shit's easy, but
no, it's
they
not.
get on a mic and they're like, "Fuck."
Nah, they don't know until they actually do it
100%,
themselves.
100%.
I mean, did you show anybody else at school or anything like that your music, or you kind of just kept it to your boys only?
Like, going into high school, like very early, I was like making that underground music. It wasn't popular in the city at all. I mean, it still really isn't.
Yeah. No,
but
you're making waves, man. You
yeah,
don't gotta
appreciate
be too,
you.
I know you're being humble and shit,
Yeah.
bro, but you're really making moves out here, bro.
Appreciate
for real.
you, bro. Yeah, I started showing it off, and then there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of hate in the 9th grade.
Yeah. Comes to the territory.
Exactly.
Fuck.
But that shit changed quick.
Yeah.
Once I started proving myself. So like, I think anyone starting a new hobby or craft, or they're getting into music, like you're supposed to go through that shit. If you're not getting hated on early on, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
And you're not being yourself. Because if you start off on music and it sounds really good, chances are you're either like very lucky or you're copying swag. So if you're copying swag, people are gonna fuck with it. But I didn't want to copy swag.
Yeah.
So they were hating at the beginning.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
That's real as fuck.
100%.
That's real shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that people really forget when they're starting out with their music.
100%.
You know, and that's something they really got to remember. But you making music eventually leads to you dropping mixtape 24.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, so tell us a little about that. Why the name 24? I was trying to think about that. What's up with the name for that?
24. Okay, so it's a big category. Obviously, last year.
Yeah.
Dropping 24. I dropped it in December 2023.
Yeah.
On the 29th of December. And I dropped that because it was leading into 2024 and I wanted to really take it serious.
Yeah.
So 2023, I was just really experimenting and trying shit out. That was like my first real year making music, 2023. And I was like, 2024, I want to shift. And I love Kobe.
Yeah.
Right?
Hell yeah.
It was Kobe year. Last year was Kobe year. It was 2024. So we kind of just put the color wave together, and Misha was a big part of this, my producer.
Oh, shout out Misha.
Shout out Misha.
We're going to talk about him too, bro.
Of course. When we did the 24, it didn't really make sense, the 24.
Yeah.
But once we just put it out as 24 with the colors and everything, it kind of started. I still don't know what it means, to be honest.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time, what does 24 mean? I think it represents last year and everything we did.
And a little bit of inspiration
from Kobe.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a strong number. You know,
hell
it was
yeah.
my jersey number as a kid.
Oh,
So
okay.
it kind of just,
Really
it was
symbolic
right.
there.
Exactly. It was kind of just right. I don't have an overall meaning of what it means,
No,
but
as long as you don't gotta have like an overall meaning.
sure.
Honestly, you know, if you feel,
For sure.
you know, that it means something to
For
you,
sure.
then that's all that
Exactly.
matters, right? Like,
but getting back to your question, like when I dropped 24,
yeah,
I think that's like a time, like that's like a stamp. And I think Just Dance especially is a hit waiting to be, like obviously it did really well,
Yeah,
especially in the schools and shit. But I think time will tell. But I think that song has a lot of potential, and it kind of started the sound.
Yeah.
Like when I dropped 24, I was like, shit, that's the sound, bro. Misho, that's the sound. That
Hell
Just
yeah.
Dance shit. You see
That's
how
it.
they reacted?
Yeah.
It's unique. It's original. That Just Dance shit's our shit. We
People
gotta
are gonna
go with
love
it.
it.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta go with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a big tape, huge tape.
That's what's up, bro. I also wanted to go over you going after a little bit. You eventually drop your first video,
Yeah.
Lullaby, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a great video, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Props to you for it. I remember when my boy over here showed me the video, and he's like, "Yo, check this guy out, bro. He
Yeah.
just dropped this song," and I'm listening to him. I'm like, "Yo,
For sure.
who's this guy snapping on the mic like this, bro? I never heard of this guy like this."
For sure.
And you were going crazy, and then not too long after that, you drop Model.
Yeah.
Another big hit, another great
Yeah.
video there. And after that, you got like back to back videos, bro. You
Yeah.
drop like seriously, bro. You're a workhorse.
Thank
like,
you,
you
brother.
got like a crazy hustle, man. I really
brother.
respect to that. And I'm thinking like the fact that you're dropping so consistently, I gotta ask like kind of like what's your writing process? Because it kind of seems like it's kind of easy for you when you're dropping here left and right. Like, take us through kind of like, how JVK makes his songs,
Yeah, I think it's just what I'm feeling when I'm feeling. Yeah. And it's like, if I have plans, but I come up with a good idea, I say fuck all the plans and I record. So it's like, I don't let anything get away from the art. The art is first. Well, God's first. For me, God's first.
God's first. Preach
but then secondly, it's the art. Like I put the art and my passion first. So I think just staying super dedicated to it has helped me write good music. I don't pull out a journal and write.
Yeah. Oh, really?
No, like I don't write. I don't type. I don't do any of that.
That's crazy.
And it sounds crazy. But you, like, to the people I look up to, like Future and shit.
Yeah.
All these big artists, they really are on the same time. And they just, whatever they feel, like I've studied documentaries.
Yeah.
All these artists, they just feel the beat. And that's what I do. So basically, back to your point, I kind of went off on that.
No, I good, bro. We're talking. You can go ramble anywhere you want,
bro. Of
course.
It's really just, it's what Misho kind of decides how I write. Yeah. So he'll ask me how I'm feeling, and then he'll send me a pack, right? He'll send me a pack of beats.
Yeah.
And it really just comes out natural. So it's like I either punch in, freestyle it. I'll do a freestyle and then I'll go back on it and change what I want to say. Yeah. But it's really up to Misho and the beat. I let the beat speak and then I get on it.
Hell yeah. And I do want to talk a little bit about Misho there. Like, when did you guys really meet? It feels like you guys know each other for a long time. How'd you guys, link up?
We met a couple of years ago in high school, right?
Oh, okay.
So we have a studio at our school.
Oh, shit, yeah.
We have a studio class. And it was just like awkward. Like, it was right after my injury. And it was right when I kind of wanted to start taking music seriously.
Yeah.
And I just walked in, I saw this kid, and I'm like, yo, he's playing some loud ass beats. And like everyone's like telling him to shut the fuck up. I'm like, nah, bro, hold on. I go over there and talk to him, like, play that shit. Like, I want to hear it. And he was basically just playing all the shit I like, right? Like Ken Carson, all that shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, what's your Instagram? Let's lock in. And it was just weird because the first 2 years of high school, he was always there. I just wasn't focusing. Yeah. And I think when you focus on shit comes your way. And like,
true. That's true.
Like having Misho is like the biggest blessing for me. So I don't take Misho for granted at all. Like that's my brother.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
And yeah, he's a big part. He's a huge part of what we do. So
we were talking a little bit about Lullaby and your videos there, and all the videos are super crispy, bro. Like they're clear, eye-catching videos, man. You can watch them for fucking hours. I have.
Thank you, brother.
And I know that's one because of your creative mindset on the videos, but also because of who you're working with, the video director. For sure. Amo Visuals.
Amo. My guy.
Shout out to him, bro.
Amo's been there, bro. Like, Amo's been there. Like, I know. Shout out Rose City. Yeah. Like, you guys know Amo's been there from the start. Like, this guy's a pioneer in the city. Like,
yeah, bro. Like, and he makes crispy shit, bro. Like, all his videos are so nice.
He knows what he's doing, brother. Yeah. Like, Amo, big respects to Amo. Like, I'll always love that guy because, like, I was young when I met Amo, and it was kind of just like I always looked up to him. I always looked up to artists like even Lum, like shout out Lum.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Lum. He was working with Amo, so like as a kid, when I was like 12, I was watching Amo. Yeah. Right? So when it got to the point where I had a little bit of money saved up, I reached out to him and I was like,
"Yo, we got to do something, bro. For sure. I'm trying to do something.
Sure.
I can feel like you're gonna put my vision together, bro."
Yeah. And Amo's just like, I'll just text him and be like, "Yo, let's shoot a video," and the next day we'll do it. Like. He's very running gun style, but he also is very creative. But
no, he seems like a really great guy, man. Like
for sure.
I also want to talk about like how do you guys because all your videos are almost with this guy, right? Yeah. How do you guys decide what to do with the video? Where you want to shoot it, who's gonna be in it? Kind of tell us like what's the video process when you guys link up?
I think like we always do, we keep it original. Yeah. And like we just listen to the song a bunch of times. It's pretty simple. Yeah. Again, Misho, like he listens to it. He tells me. I always ask Misho. Misho's not a yes man when it comes to this shit. He'll tell me, nah, that shit's corny. That shit's whack. Do this, do that.
Keeps it real with you.
Exactly.
That's what you want by your side.
And that's what you need. If you're
you really need that by your side.
And if you don't have that, then just be on your own. Yeah. Trust your gut. That's advice. Like, if you're an artist and you have yes men or yes women, just get them out of the way. If you're lonely, you're lonely. You just use your gut. But nah, so. We go over it. I'll call Amo up. Yeah. I'll show him the song. He's a very good director. Yeah. He's got a lot of ideas. I've recently started working with my boy Trent too. Yeah, okay. That's more newer, and that'll be more in the future. I work with Amo, Trent. I work with whoever. Like I don't just work with the same person. Yeah. I'm down to work with whoever as long as you're on the same wave, right? Yeah. Trent's very talented. He's my age.
Yeah. Oh, really?
You guys will be seeing Trent for sure. He's in the city, and he's coming up. But no, Amo, we really go over the song, and then get to it, plan it out, whatever we're feeling, bro.
I mean, I don't know if this is your favorite video, but my favorite video from you guys is definitely "Dance Me Away."
For sure.
Like,
it's a classic,
bro. That shit was a movie, bro. Yeah. Like the whole party, everything that was going down, like that shit was so live, man. Like, you know, how did you guys, you know, kind of set that up? Was that a part of you threw? You just crashed somebody else's?
Nah.
Like,
so basically, it was down here. My boy, his parents were gone.
Oh,
classic high school parties, shit like that. And he's like, I'm like, yo, I need to throw a party, bro. Like, dead ass, I need to throw a party. I was dropping, I think I was dropping a tape or I was dropping a song. I might have been dropping that song. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I want to preview this shit at a party. Yeah. No one fucking throws parties at my school no more. So I was like, fuck it, we'll throw one, right? And everyone's like, yo, make a guest list, all this bullshit. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to post on all my stories, pull up to this address.
And everybody pulled up.
It was fucked. There was like 400 people at that party.
Holy shit, it looked like more.
Yeah, it was fucked up, bro. It was fucked up. Luckily, nothing crazy happened. Yeah. It was all under control.
Was it kind of hard? Like, I feel like for Amo holding the camera, like in my head, I was like, is this guy not bumping into everybody?
Oh, he was. He was shoving kids out of the way. Like, watch out. Bro. You know what I'm saying? The funny thing is about that video, it's one of my favorite videos, but I literally called Amo mid-party. I'm like, yo, let's get some clips for a future video. He said, fuck all that. He comes with the 2 minutes he was there. He was there for 2 minutes. Damn. And it was just one video clip. Yeah. Going around the party and me just like telling people, yo, get in here. Yeah, yeah. Yo, Amo, cut that out. Yo, come here. Like, get in the video. Yeah. There was no planning. And he went home, edited it the same day and sent it to me.
Holy shit.
So I was like...
Just like on the fly, just like that?
Like, just like da-da-da-da-da. And then I was like, drop it. I think it was cool because it really highlighted like what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Like my music's for partying. My music's for girls especially. There's a lot of girls in the video for the first time. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not trying to be that rapper that just has girls like shaking it in the video and shit. I'm more like, let's turn up and have a good time. Yeah. And, like, whatever.
Yeah, not painting them in a bad way or anything like that. Just everybody joining, just everybody having a good time.
And people misconcept that a lot of times. Yeah. It's not that I'm trying to like, you know, do that.
Nobody in a bad
exactly.
image.
I'm not trying to do
just
that.
Just out here having fun.
Exactly.
You know, want everybody to have a good time.
Exactly.
That's what's up. So you have that video there. I also wanted to talk about after the videos, you have your first show. That's what I want to really talk to you about there. Because watching the video, that show was also fucking crazy. Yeah. You know, because not only one is it your first show, but also you sold it out. Yeah. Bro, it's crazy to think that your first show is like one commendable, you know, like it's such a historic moment in artist's career, but you also sold it out. Yeah, bro. That's fucking insane.
Thank you.
Like there's literally not too many people out there who sell out their first shows, bro. Yeah. You know, really props to you for that.
Thank you.
And I kind of want you kind of tell us like how you kind of put that together. You know, how setting up the whole show, how did that all go down?
For sure. I think I just kept telling myself I'm gonna sell my first show. I just kept saying that shit
over and over and over again.
Over and over again.
Manifest it.
Of course, bro. Of course. So yeah, I would just keep telling myself like, yeah, this show's gonna sell out. There's no fucking way it doesn't. Yeah. And I was like, I hit up my boy Jared. He's also an artist, Jared Parker. Yeah. He's also an artist in the city. And I was at a job at the time. And I was so determined to get this show on the road. And I was like asking everyone, yo, do you know anyone who does music? You know a venue? And my one, like my boss actually told me, yo, my buddy makes music. He did a show here. So I text him. I'm like, yo, let's do a show, bro. Like, let's get this show on the road. And he basically kind of let me headline it. He let me promote it in my name, like as Project JVK. Yeah. But he did a lot of work. So Jared did a lot of work. Yeah. He called the venue, got the venue, rented the speakers, because he trusted me. So like that's big ups. Yeah. Shout out Jared. He's a great guy.
Oh yeah, man. What was it kind of like also being on that stage? Because, you know, the crowd was raging. You know, there's so many people there. Yeah. I was surprised you didn't really jump onto the crowd. Crowd serving, bro. Like
now I would.
To me, like, if I ever sell out a show, you know, there's that many people there, somebody's catching me.
Exactly.
Like, I got to surf 100%. On these guys. You know? But, like, how was it, you know, being on the show or being on that stage for the first time, first big show? What was going through your head when you're on that stage?
Bro, it was like...
everything.
Yeah, it was just a lot. And it was quick. Like, I had that rush. And it was just like, I kind of got addicted to that feeling. Like, the first show, I was like, shit, this is a high that, like, you cannot...
come down from.
You cannot come down from, and you can't get anywhere else. Yeah. Because when you get a high from your passion, it's like shit.
It's nothing else like it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like for me, it's like no one's gonna tell me I can't. And if they do, I'll prove them wrong.
Yeah.
So after that show, I was like, yeah, like I want to do this my whole life. And I think shout out to everyone who actually came. Like I was very grateful. People are paying money to see me, right? And just having that reaction and just the love and like people were singing my song. Yeah. And I
shouting
was like,
in the crowd,
shit,
JVK!
like, yeah, exactly. I was like, this shit's serious. So.
I knew the crowd was feeling you because I was watching the video, right? Yep. And then in one clip, you had your shirt on.
Yeah.
And then in the next clip, bro, someone out in the crowd waving that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
No cap, that shit was crazy. I think they took it home and fucking posted their
You
story.
never got that shirt back?
No, it's gone. It's gone. It's probably, I don't know.
Someone's put it up on their wall, momentum.
Yeah, hopefully.
Damn.
Shit, that's crazy though.
Yeah, it was a great show, bro.
Yeah.
And another show.
Shout out to all the artists that performed at that. They're still going.
Oh
crazy.
yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Shout out to all those guys.
Shout out to Peso. He was there too. Peso.
Oh, Pesos is out there? Oh, hell yeah. I want to have Pesos come on here.
For sure,
too,
yo.
So many artists we want to have come on here, man.
Where's that?
This city's like live as fuck.
They're all going to get on here.
Yeah, every single one, bro. Don't worry. You're all coming soon. Don't worry. We got to get this man done first, and you're all coming up. Don't worry.
Let's go.
But I also want to talk about another show you did.
Yeah.
You know, you opening for fucking Swae Lee at the River Halloween show, bro. That's fucking sick, man. Like, I don't. Swae Lee's such a big artist. Yeah. You know, one of the biggest out there right now. And, you know, kind of tell me, like, how did that even come to be, really? You know, how'd you get in that spot?
Yeah. So again, it was crazy. Like, I've listened to Swae Lee forever. Yeah. Like, he's been an inspiration, and he has similar music to me. And I remember, like, they had an NLE show at the university the year before, and my sister goes to the U, and she was like, I think it's Swae Lee coming this year down to the waterfront. And I was like, shit, like, that's dope as fuck. Like, that's someone that I can really open up for. Yeah. Right? Because it's similar. And then I had someone that, shout out Hamza. He's the vice president of the University of Windsor, like, student thing. Yeah. And he was just telling me, like, yo, if you come audition, like, you have a good shot, right? You have a good shot. You have the sound and everything. And basically, I auditioned, found out a couple of weeks later that all I had to do was sell tickets now. Yeah. And I was like, okay, shit. Like, Misha, let's get on our shit. Yeah.
Tell everybody you know.
Exactly.
Tell your grandma, your grandma's grandma.
Exactly. And I was like, I'm not missing this opportunity. So I really just invested all my time into, like, trying to get it. And once I got that show, it was fucking crazy.
Yeah, well, it paid out, bro, because like if anybody watches the videos, you'll see yourself that like that it was a sea of people out there, 100%. Bro.
It was like going from performing from like my first show was like 200. Yeah. And then it was like 50, 100, 200, and then like 5,000, 4,000.
Shit, man. You could have crowd surfed on that for sure,
yeah,
bro.
For sure. It's crazy.
Oh my God, that's
crazy.
That's insane. What was it like, you know, like being on stage in front of a crowd that big performing? You know, what were you feeling that day?
Again, it was like quick. Like it's that high. Like if you're an artist, you know what I'm talking about. Like you get on the stage and you're just in that mode. Like I'm not even singing. It's just coming out. Like it's just like it's in me. So like as soon as I get on that stage, it's just like whatever natural. I'm thinking just comes out.
Hell yeah.
And I've been told I have a good stage presence. So
yeah, because I was gonna say you don't even seem like you're like anything's going on in your head. Yeah. Like you've been here before. Like you've been here all the time.
And I think it's just because like all those times as a kid, being in my room with headphones on, just like practicing. I didn't know I was practicing because I loved it so much. Like when I was a kid, I wasn't thinking, oh, this is all preparing me to do this. Yeah. I was just like, just seeing all these big artists like perform, and like it was just in me. So I was just like in my room practicing, and it paid off, right? Yeah. So I think that show was crazy. Like everyone there was good.
Another thing I was like gonna ask you was like, you know, you talking about when you were a kid, could you have seen, now that where you are right now, could you have seen yourself doing all the stuff you're doing right now when you were a kid? You know, is that the kind of thing you were envisioning when you're younger, or like, or this is like, oh, I never thought it would be this big, this crazy?
I think like I kind of knew at a young age that once I found what I wanted to do, I was going to go all in on it. Yeah. And I think like second year of high school, it was just like, I found it. Yeah. I found it. So now it's like, when I do something, I just hyper obsess on that shit. And I want to be the best.
Yeah, focus. Yeah, lock in for it. You know,
for sure.
Put your whole heart and soul into it.
And it's not even like I'm trying to compete against other artists. It's just like I can see myself at the top of being the best person I can. I'm just like, fuck it, I got to do that. Because if I don't, it's like, you have the opportunity, you're lazy. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You know, you talking about high school. I also wanted to ask you kind of what's that like? You know, all music videos, shows. What's it like when you go to school the next day? Yeah. And you're there. You know, it's a school like Ray. Oh my God, JVK in the fucking building.
I think it's definitely been like that at times.
Yeah.
And I think I've also got it pretty good. Like I've also lived a normal high school experience. Yeah. Like I haven't got to the point yet where it's like I can't go or I can't. I'm getting pictures and shit.
Oh, it's coming soon.
It is, bro. It is. Thank you.
Bro.
Thank you. But nah, like I've had a little bit of mix. Like when those big songs like Model came out. Yeah. Just seeing like every single girl at every different school bumping that shit. Yeah. And sending me videos in the car at parties and shit. It was like, like this shit's fucking
That's crazy.
Sometimes it was just like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, holy.
Yeah. But other times, no, it's been great. Like my school is great. I couldn't get a better school support at this point. Like even my teachers, shout out every single teacher. Shout out Mr. Cian, Mr. Radigan. Those are great people.
Shout out to teachers.
Those people really, really helped the high school experience and just made it fun for me.
You know, what school is it that you're going to right now?
I'm going to Holy Names.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Like, I don't know too many about the schools. For those who don't know, I'm not from Windsor. Just going to put that out there. I'm from Toronto. Okay. You know, I came out here just because I thought this city is amazing. I love the city.
I love the city too.
You know,
at times I love it.
At times, I was telling this guy and Shay the other day, I was like, the one thing I love about this city so much is that there's so many, and I mean so many fucking people out here chasing their dreams. I've never met more hardworking, dedicated people than out here in Windsor. Yeah. You know, a lot of people out here, you guys have the mindset just to hustle till you can't do it anymore. Yeah. You know, and it's really respect to it. It's just like, it makes me think that I'm in the right spot right now 100%. To be here and like, you know, even doing something like this, the 100%. Podcast and everything.
100%. Yeah, I think Windsor's a great place, and I think people look at it like it's not. Like, I think, it kind of went left. Like, there's a lot of struggle in Windsor. Like, there's a lot. Yeah. But
the people keep pushing through.
They're pushing through 100%. Yeah, 100%. And being right across from Detroit, it's like you would think that would put us on a little more. Yeah. But like they don't really look at us like that yet. And you know, that's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to be living proof in Windsor, born and raised, spend my whole life here. Yeah. That I don't need to take a trip to LA early on to make it. Like if it takes me however long, I'm trying to make it in the city and be that like Young Thug for Atlanta or like even like Drake for Toronto. Like obviously like there's differences, but if you really look at it, those people actually stayed in their city. Yeah. And thugged it out and got out and just made
That's like why they get the big respect they have, that they never left, never switched up. They loved their home. They stayed here till they came up. And it's just like mad respect to those guys and you. But I also wanted to talk about after you had the Swae Lee show. You know, you still kept your grind going. Yeah. Right. You dropped Spotlight. Yeah. And I want to talk about a feature you did on what is it, Certified Stunner.
Yeah. Shout out Oscar.
Yo, shout out Oscar. Yeah. Shout out Gemini. Yeah. What I think is it a Big Deal? Yeah. And Love Bat on there too. Yeah. Yo, those are all great artists. Yeah. I know. I'm pretty sure from what I understand, that's like your not first feature, but first feature.
It honestly is, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really know, but I think first feature like since I took it serious. Yeah. I did SoundCloud features way back, but I think, like I don't really do any features yet. I don't really have any artists on my stuff yet. Obviously I have Misho and I have different producers. Yeah. Right now I'm trying to work with more producers to build the sound, and then once I'm comfortable with it, I'll get artists on my shit. But basically Oscar just sent me an open verse. Gave me like a day. Yeah. And actually, no, he gave me like a month, but I waited till the last day. I'm not gonna lie.
You still killed it, though.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. That was a really cool thing. And then Nemo shot the video, so it was like
it was a crispy video. I liked it. You know, you guys shot it right over here at the theater, right?
Shout out the theater. We're gonna sell that out this summer.
Oh hell yeah.
I hope.
We will. No, you will. Like as long as you manifest it, bro, it'll always come to you. You know, keep that in mind, and it'll always come your way. Yeah. But I also kind of want to talk about your newest project out right now. Yeah, Tron Tape.
Yeah, oh shit.
Yo, oh shit is right, bro. Yo, that tape is fucking fire, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys were cooking on it. You and Misho were going ham.
Thank you.
The production, everything on there, man. It was solid as fuck.
Nah.
You know, I want to talk about what was the idea when you were making this, because the sound on Tron Tape is a little bit more different from what you put out before, right?
It's very different.
So kind of like, what were you thinking when you were making this thing?
Like this shit actually has a real story. So Tron Tape has been in the works for 2 years.
Oh shoot.
And we actually started making this before 24, before all that.
Oh my god.
A lot of those songs are old, but they're remastered and remade.
Yeah.
Tron Tape is basically a sound that's in the underground of Atlanta right now, with producers like DB, Rye, Cloud, all those artists or producers.
Yeah.
And it's based off the movie Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
But it's more like futuristic and cinematic. And people were like, I was talking to my boys, I was like, I'm gonna drop this tape, but it's not related to anything I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm going for right now. It's not the sound or anything. But I was like, I think it just needs to come out because the year before, me and Misha were like, we're gonna drop this in 2025 in March. So we're just like, fuck it. It needs to come out. It needs to come out. It's not gonna come out any later in the career. So I don't think it was meant to drop at that time, but I think it's meant for more the future. And I think it's one of those tapes that they're going to look back on and be like, that's what he was trying to do. Yeah. We just didn't get it at first. And I don't expect people to get that sound at first because, again, it's for the future. Yeah. And I just want it to be a stamp.
Well, it's a good-ass sound, bro. I mean, like, I like my favorite song on their Tron, bro. Yeah. The fucking production for that song is insane, bro. Like, I was listening to that. We were bumping that shit all day today. Like, it was fucking tight, man.
Thank you, bro.
Misha cooking up on there, like, as usual, you know? Yeah. But I also wanted to talk about, you have this mixtape, all your videos and everything that shows. You're a big, you're workaholic and everything like that. But what do you kind of like to do when the work is said and done? What do you do kind of to relax? When you want to come down after a session or anything like that, what do you do to kind of chill out and relax, bring your mind back down?
I think, I don't know. Things. Like, it all depends. Yeah. I stay so busy.
Yeah. Like, you don't even get time to relax.
Like, I get time to relax, right? But like, I have ADHD, so like if I'm not really doing something, I'm trying to do something else. Like, right now, it all depends on what state I'm at. Like, right now, I picked up the guitar.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm just I'm mastering the guitar when I'm not at the studio. Yeah. Or like, I have a girlfriend, obviously, so if I'm not at the studio, if it's tired, she'll make sure I'm good mentally and all that, which is a big thing. Like, I think when I was younger doing the music, like even a year ago, I would work so hard, but I wouldn't realize that you got to keep the mind right. Yeah. Or else the work's not going to be there.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think I just try to make sure I'm balanced. Like, well, not really balanced,
but as much as you can be, right?
Because like my girl will be like, I'll be talking to her, I'll be like, okay, I need to go to Misha's more. Yeah. She'll be like, you've been there 6 days this week.
Yeah, it's like, take a day off, man.
And it's the 7th day of the week. And I'm like, shit, yeah.
It's what it is.
But like, I'm just the type of person where it's like, if we got that goal, we got to keep going. So.
Okay. I mean, well, outside of the music and everything, you got, you said guitar, but like, is there anything else you might be doing? Like, I don't know, like for the gym, you hit the gym or anything like that? You hit the gym?
I used to. I got to get back on that.
Got to get back on the grind, man. I was gonna say, like, you look pretty like Aki. I know you're saying you're not going to the gym around, but you do look Aki.
I definitely did. I spent a lot of time in the gym when I was first starting. Sports. I'll still like hoop with my boys too. I'll play basketball here and there. And also, like, when I'm not at the studio, I'm still in school right now, so it's like it's busy. That's a big part of the day. Honestly, like, the music is calming me down. Yeah. So like, it's really like going to school, because obviously when you're in high school, you don't have a choice. You're there for 6 hours. Yeah. That shit drains me, and then the music is kind of the thing that bounces me back.
I don't know. Sometimes, like, I do like a bunch of things like to calm down. Like, sometimes I'll go. I just picked up skateboarding. Yeah. Oh shit. You skateboard?
Yeah, I used to.
Oh hell yeah, bro. Yeah. I started like, it's been like a year now since I started, and like, shit was kind of a trip because like a month into boarding, I was with this guy right here. And another one of our boys, and I'm going down this ramp, and bro, I fuck up. I fall so fucking bad, bro. Yeah. Like, I turn over and my legs kind of swing in the air. Yeah. And when my feet come back down, just fucking smack against the concrete, bro. I ended up breaking like 2 of my toes. Oh shit. Yeah, bro, it was hurtful. Shit,
you're good now though.
Yeah, of course. I'm walking now. Everybody can see my feet's good and everything, but it's something that before I did it, I was like, I can't skateboard. Yeah. I was like, I can't board. I'm a black guy. I can't really, we're not on the boards like that, bro. You can see it out there. We're not really on it like that, but these guys push me like, oh, come on, man. It'll be so sick. Yeah. And now, like, I'm addicted to it. Like, it's something that when I do it, I feel way more calm and excited at the same time, especially when I fall on the ground and bust my ass.
Yeah.
But
it's the adrenaline.
Yeah, the adrenaline. You know, it's for some reason, even though it's adrenaline, it somehow calms my mind. I don't know how to say it, but like, bro. It just works like that. But I also wanted to talk about what you kind of have coming up next.
Okay.
You know, what's kind of next for JVK? Maybe a sneak peek at some project you want to tell the fans.
Yeah.
Something you got dropping soon.
I think, to be totally like transparent, like after Swae Lee, I was more just kind of working on shit for now. Like I wasn't really dropping as much as I did before that, and the hits weren't really hitting, you know, for a lot of people. But I think like me and Misha look so far ahead. Like we have this year planned out, we have next year planned out. Yeah. Obviously, when shit goes this way and this way, like you got to readjust. Yeah. We got like the biggest project like
coming up right now.
Coming up this month.
Hell yeah.
Shit, like,
you know, I just brought back to me in my head when we were talking about Toronto. I also wanted to ask, do you want to shoot like any music videos for any of the songs on there?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah?
100%.
You got some songs in mind you definitely want to make videos for?
Yeah, me and Misha were just talking about that the other day. Like,
yeah. Because I'm like, because it's such a futuristic vibe, I can picture the videos being like insane as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't even know how they're
going
to look.
That's what I mean. Like,
I know they're going to be insane.
We're trying to, like, we work with what we have. Like, there's no budget, there's no team. Yeah. I don't got a job. I don't got any of that shit. Like, just honestly, like, some people like don't understand. Everything we do is on our own, and it's like
that's tough.
If Amo's gonna film it, he's gonna film it, but we don't have an editing team. We don't have anyone telling us how to do it.
Yeah.
But it's also cool because then you don't have to worry about fucking up.
No, I guess so. But that's like you saying that makes me think like really props to you, man. Because like doing something like that with no supervision, no help, no backup, nobody watching over you, don't want to give you the steps and nothing. Like you just doing it on your, and also being 17 doing that. Like,
thank you,
bro. That's crazy. Yeah. You know?
But yeah, we do want to shoot a lot of videos for that. We're just kind of waiting on timing. Yeah. And like,
well, summer's coming, man. People, they've been itching for some new JVK content, man.
For sure.
I'm still waiting for my next dose.
Yeah.
Come on now. For
sure, bro. I got so yeah, when I met Swae Lee at that show, I actually physically talked to him.
Oh yeah, how was
coolest
that?
Dude, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest, talking to Swae Lee, he was a better dude than a lot of people I've met in my own city. Yeah. And just like people always stereotype like celebrities as, you know, they're not gonna give a fuck about artists that are smaller. But he took me aside and he's like, I saw your shit, I looked through your page. Like he said, keep going. And I was basically talking to him like how I want to work with him in the next year. I'm like, next year I'm gonna work with you. And he's like, do it. Like, you're gonna be a superstar if you stay on this shit. Yo. And just getting that from Swae Lee, like someone that
is all you
has
need.
accomplished so much in the industry. Yeah. Right. Early on is just crazy. Like, I don't take that for granted at all. That's fucking wild. And going back to what I was saying, I got a Black Beatles remix dropping.
Oh no!
His biggest song.
Yo, yeah. That's what's fucking up, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, that shit's dropping like next week.
Hey, if you got Black Beatles coming, you might as well bring up Swang as well. Yeah. You know? You gotta bring Stronger, like all that songs back.
For sure. Like, I think he's gonna see it. I think he might show love, but it's
sick.
Crazy. Yeah, it's Misha fucking sampled the beat, put it together. I was like, shit, I'm gonna drop this on my birthday. So
that's fucking wild. I know if you remember, what was it like? Maybe a few months back, they had T-Pain out here. Yeah. Yeah, and I remember, like, I really wanted to go to the show. T-Pain's one of my favorite artists, bro.
For sure.
And going out there and him, like, he said something on the crowd. He's like, man, I didn't know if you guys are really feeling me, but now I see that Windsor, you guys are fucking lit, bro. You
Windsor's
guys are awesome. And I was like, yes, we fucking love you out here, bro. I wish more artists would come down here.
Yeah. I think they will. And I think that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I think people, like, if you're from Windsor and you love this music shit, if you're young, older, whatever you are, like, if you love this music shit, just give me a little longer, and I'm gonna try and put on for this shit as hard as I can. And I think once we get that song or that buzz, it's all gonna change. And I think we're gonna get the city going. And like, there's so many artists in the city that I see potential in, but they don't really put their all into it. And I think, like, that's what I'm trying. Like, that's what I meant to do. So
I was even gonna ask you that too. That's like a good thing to talk about, you know, because so many people, not just artists, everyone in life is like so hesitant on taking like the first steps. Yeah, you know, and you being so young, people can take a lot of inspiration from you doing everything. Like, there's a lot of people who wait till their 40s just to take that first step, but here you are taking it now. What's kind of some advice you'd give to other people out there who just start now? It doesn't matter if it's music or business, but what would they do to really push themselves out there? You know.
I think if you really like what you do or what you want to do, So first of all, if you don't know what you want to do,
Yeah.
I think putting yourself out there is the first step. Like you just gotta try shit and want to learn something. If you want to find your passion, you're already halfway there.
Yeah.
If you have your passion, you're all the way there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you have 0 followers and you're nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're 30, 10, doesn't matter. If you know what you want to do, that you won. Because now all you got to do is put in the work, right? Yeah. So I think once you find your passion, and if you find it at a young age, like if I have something to inspire people, my story, like I found it, and I think once you find that lane that you really fit into, you got to just try and put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Like I think in high school, a lot of people were judging me and shit, and I just didn't give a fuck. Like I was like, fuck that shit. Like, what's the worst thing? They'll clown me, hate on me. That's not gonna hurt.
Nothing.
I know I got good family. I got good boys.
Yeah.
Surround myself with good people, and I think, I think there's just a fear. And once you hop that fence, like, and get over it, like,
it's nothing.
Exactly. If you're afraid to wear the fit you like that you built.
Yeah, see, even
once you wear it one time and someone compliments you, you're gonna really fuck with it.
Yeah, even I was at this like party from some friend like a while ago, and then I never really dress up too much for parties and shit. Cause it's just not my thing. But then one of my boys like, come on, man, hit the fucking mall. Let's get some fits and pop the fuck out.
100%.
And then when I did it, I was so thankful that I did. The first time when I got a compliment from some girl there, I was just like,
that shit.
Yeah.
I think, bro, if you, like you said earlier, like the first step would be just be yourself.
Yeah.
And love it and love the passion. And I think for me in my own story, it was like, okay, I know what I want to do. I found the passion. People have told me I'm good at it.
Yeah.
So it's just disrespectful to everyone that hasn't found their passion if I don't.
Yeah.
So I constantly thought like, throwing that away early is just, first of all, it's disrespectful to yourself, disrespectful to the higher up.
Yeah.
And it's also just disrespectful to like all those people that love and idolize these big artists and shit like that. And I think I wanted to be living proof to the people that I love and the people around me. Yeah. Even the kids that I went to school with, like, I just want to be living proof that they can see me like prove. And I want to prove to myself. I've seen all these big artists. I've seen all these people, like I said, Kanye, Future, like I mentioned earlier. I've seen their speeches like this saying that they're going to do big things and you got to put your mind to it. And I was like, I believe it, but why don't I try?
Yeah, why don't I
and
do
then actually see if what they're saying is true.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm still trying to do. I'm just still trying to figure out if I really work this hard.
Yeah.
What's going to happen.
It's crazy you saying all that, man. You are fucking really wise for your age, bro. If people hearing this shit right now, you guys got to write this shit down, bro. Like, it's really crazy at your age to just have this kind of wisdom and knowledge for yourself. I know all the mistakes and all the things that happened in your life brought you to this point. And you said about family and everything like that. I also wanted to ask, what do your parents think about you doing all this stuff, the shows, music videos, everything? Like, what's their take on you being this celebrity and all that?
I think like my parents are very actually supportive.
Yeah.
My mom gets it.
Yeah.
What I'm doing. I don't think she sees that I really want to be the greatest ever to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think she thinks it's a hobby. She thinks it's really cool. Like, that, like, oh my God, her friends' kids are saying that they come to my shows, right? Yeah. So that's cool. My dad, though, on the other hand, like, I love my mom. Shout out to my mom. She's super supportive. My dad, though, like, he was once where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like, when he was my age, he was doing shows. Like, his first show was where my first show was.
That's crazy.
Which is fucking crazy. And he was wearing a bandana, which is crazy. Like, I didn't even know that until after. Him wearing a red bandana. Like, obviously, it's not the same thing. But, I think my dad fully, like, he really, really supports it because I'm just trying to do what he like, couldn't really do because of where he was, what was going on in his life.
Things that was going on in his life.
Like, my parents never had it, like, as a kid. They went through a lot. My parents are, like, the strongest people I know.
Yeah.
And they really had to just, like, work every single day of their lives to be able to have me and my sister do what we want.
Yeah. That's respect,
And,
shout out to the parents out there.
Shout out to my parents.
Shout out to all the parents.
I think
out there
a lot of people,
their kids, bro.
I think a lot of people, when you're going to be interviewing these artists, people don't understand that the reason people are artists is the roots. Like,
you,
unless you're some cover band or you're some fake ass artist, it's rooted in you.
Yeah.
Same thing with everything. Like if you're a photographer, it's rooted in you.
No, it's true. Like the only reason I thank my mom and my dad for putting me on the path of God.
Yeah.
You know, because of them, I'm a Christian now and I have God in my life. And because of it, all the good things that happened to me.
Yeah.
You know, because I believe that, and I'm eternally grateful to my parents, man. Family is the most important thing, right next to God, and it's something that'll always push you forward.
100%.
You know, I really want to do a lot of things for my mom. I want to get my mom a big ass house one day.
Facts.
Mom, if you're watching this, it's coming soon. Yeah. You know, give me like a few years, but I'm gonna get you a house the size of like Drake's crib or something. Don't worry.
That's real shit, bro.
It's coming for it.
And I think like some of the times when my parents, you know, they kind of go off that track and they support it, but they're just kind of confused and this and that. They're like, okay, are you really gonna do this shit, or are you gonna get a little job, or I think every time those arguments pull up, I just in my head I'm thinking about like, are they gonna argue when I pay that shit? Yeah. But then I think, fuck, I gotta work really hard. Yeah. Even more hard, because if I'm so confident, if you're so confident enough to say you're gonna do this shit, like I come on a podcast and I say that I'm gonna be the greatest. Yeah. Like that's why we work so hard, because me and Misho like put it out there and like we're not afraid. Like, hell yeah. Like my yearbook quote this year was like, quote my Grammy speech. Okay. Oh and shit. Like I remember people in my class were just kind of like, what the fuck? Like who is this guy? Right? And I don't blame people, but
hey, but they're gonna see when the Grammy speech drops, they're gonna scroll through the books, go back like a few years, like, oh shit, he really said that.
And like I don't mean to be. People really misconcept this. Like I'm not an arrogant person. No, I'm not.
I don't get that vibe from you at all.
Thank you, bro.
No, I don't get that vibe from you at all. Bro. I can see why you think that because a lot of people are like that. They're shallow minded. That they don't see that it's not arrogance. It's pure confidence and belief in yourself. Yeah, you know. I
believe in everyone in the city. Yeah, like I believe like just as much as I believe in myself. I think if they, you know, if they put in the work, they're the same. Like I value everyone the same. Yeah, and I think like I believe in myself, and I just it's not even confidence all the time. It's more just to the person watching this. Like when I get text or DM saying I need help writing a song, that shit means so much, bro. Yeah, that shit means so much. Or I see some kid like, yo, I'm gonna do a show. You know, maybe they're not actually gonna do a show because they're just like,
but just excited. To hear that, just like
it's so bro, it's warming, bro. It's great.
That's honestly something. You're inspiring so many people, man.
I hope.
You know, no, you definitely are. You know, like even me, that I told you, like this is our first ever episode. And you know, when we were talking about it all, I was like thinking to myself, I've never done something like this. Yeah. You know, it's gonna be my first time on here. But I was like, you know what? Here's this guy who's younger than I am, and he's like, I'm doing it anyways. I'm gonna do everything. You know, dropping videos back to back shows. I'm just like, you know what? Like you said earlier, talking about when you see someone else doing it, you know, it's wrong. You know, kind of just not to do it yourself. Yeah. You know, you got to also pop out too. You know, you got to really put in the work too. Yeah. You know, for the people that, you know, who you look up to. Yeah. Who are inspired.
For sure. And I think everyone starts from somewhere.
Yeah, seriously.
And it's like you can't try and go that path. Like when I was younger, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this and see if it works. It didn't work because that's what they did. Yeah. You got to just be yourself. Like, and I think
your own thing.
Exactly. When shit gets in the way, it's all part of the process. Like, it's all part. A lot of people see on the camera, I'm dropping consistent. Yeah. I got a video out, I got a tape out. Yeah. Whether there's numbers or not, people give me the flowers of how I work, but like they don't see like the hard, like they a lot of people see that we put out a lot of music and a lot of videos. But yeah, like they don't see me staying all night at me shows, no food, nothing. Like if we get to the studio, we don't eat, we either eat before or eat after. We just lock the fucking like. Yeah. I remember when we were finishing Tron. We worked on the cover together. Yeah. Right. We don't hire anyone. Like, and it comes to everything. Like Misho didn't know how to mix and master that tape. Yeah. But he figured it out himself because we want to be organic and we want to try to learn as much as we can. And we don't have a budget. Like I'm gonna be honest, straight up, you don't need a budget if you really, really, really have the time, right? Time is money. That's what people say, right? So I think, like that day when we made the cover, I got there at 5 p.m., left at 5 a.m. And we literally were just working on a cover. And I wasn't even on the computer.
Damn.
Like I was just literally watching him and saying, "Y'all change that."
Damn. I was gonna also ask, like, when we were talking about your first recording, have you gone to a studio to record?
Never.
Nah. Everything you've been putting out. So you making that at home? Yeah.
Depends. Like we're trying to work more at Misho's.
Yeah.
Because he has like a mic.
Yeah.
And he has like Pro Tools and FL. Everything in 2025 has been more professional.
Yeah.
But all of 2024 basically was just a mic and
that's
like
crazy.
Apple earbuds mic with the phone.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's becoming more normal. Like a lot of people see it now.
Yeah.
It's more common. It kind of blew up on TikTok to start rapping on your phone. But like, I think I started in 2020.
Yeah. 2020.
Right? 2021. I think I had my surgery in 2021. So yeah, after the surgery, after I got hurt, I was like, fuck, I want to make music so bad. I just literally used BandLab on the phone.
Yeah.
Apple earbuds, figured out a preset and just kept recording. And yeah, there was no mix and master on Model, just dance me away, nothing. It was literally just my raw preset with an unmixed beat.
That's crazy. It's crazy because like the song sounds so fucking crispy.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I'm like, this has to be made in the studio.
Yeah.
How is it this crispy if it's not made in the studio?
Yeah.
You know, and I think people now knowing that you're making it just off like BandLab and all that people are like, oh shit, like I don't even have to pay for studio, nothing. I can really just do this at home. Yeah. You know? It's definitely inspiring for other people.
I think when you don't have a budget, like
especially
there's no reason to go to a studio because and Misho, like being that producer and engineer and everything, like if we send it off and they do one thing that isn't us, we can't change it because we don't know how to do it. So we're like, okay, now we got to learn how to do it. So we know what we want. So if we're in the studio and let's say we send off vocals and this part isn't exactly how we want it, we have no control for paying, right? So there goes all our money. Right?
Yeah,
you know?
and then it sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And obviously the audience, like they don't, like we'll have a hi-hat in the song hit a certain way and we'll be like, nah, that's not it.
Yeah.
But like you can't even hear it. It's just like it's so like little, but we just care so much.
Yeah.
And like again, people always tell me, okay, go on TikTok, go on your phone and just do like some normal shit about your music. But I'm not trying to take that route. Like I think if we really hopped on TikTok right now and posted those dance songs, that you know, it would probably do good.
Yeah.
But then again, catchy songs. Exactly. We're trying to do more like authentic. Like if you look at these big artists like Kanye and shit, like obviously it was a different time.
Yeah, I know right now.
It was a different time. But when he was starting off, he did him and he was authentic. Yeah. So I think, we're just gonna keep pushing. And like what you said earlier, we have the biggest project coming out. Yeah. And I think, like, shit, as soon as people hear this, they're going to be like, this is what they've been trying to work on. Yeah. You know, we've had drops come out, like, Tron, and just kind of, it threw people off. Like, what the fuck? Like, you dress like this and talk like this, and then you put out a tape about heartbreaks and shit like that. But this tape is, it's called Trap Dance.
Trap Dance.
So
we got a name. We got a name, guys. We got a name.
Trap Dance. So it was actually a lyric in a song. Like, I was like, fuck pop, this is trap dance, because I never really knew how to categorize our music. And our music is really just trap, like the 808s hitting, like boom, 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 and like the electronic shit was the dance.
I like that name, trap dance. That is gonna be the category.
Like I think when artists put out an album that's like a very, you know, straightforward name, it's kind of trying to build a sound. And you know, I think we've just tried to build our sound for so long, and we've had enough time to finally be like, this is the sound, this is the name, this is the vision. People are going to see how I move different. Like, there's going to be a whole different marketing coming up, a whole different sound, whole different everything. And I'm dropping it on prom.
Oh, so like, shit. Yeah, that's going to be live. You're about to have the fucking, the DJ playing that at prom.
Yeah, we're going to perform for sure, too.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Oh, shit. That's going to be so sick. That's going to be so crazy.
Yeah. So the first drop for that is the Black Beatles video. Yeah. Which comes out next week. Oh, shit. I don't know when this is going to be dropped. Might already be out.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be the Black Beatles remix. So that's the first thing. And then, it's 12 songs on the tape. And it's like...
Big tape.
I've released tapes before. Yeah. Like that's kind of my thing, mixtape. And I've always liked a lot of songs on it. But this one is like... We didn't want to have a skip. Yeah.
Oh, so, shit. No skips?
Like, we literally had, like, 55 songs lined up for this tape.
Oh, my God.
And we cut it down to 12. And it might even be 10 because, like, we want every single song to hit. Yeah. And I don't want people to pause it. I don't want people to skip it. I don't want people to...
Just play it start to finish and then play it again.
I don't want people to be like, yo, this is good, but I got to go walk my dog and play later. They're going to put in earbuds or AirPods and walk the dog, you know?
Yeah.
And listen to the whole thing.
That's fucking sick, bro.
So, yeah, that shit's coming out, Trap Dance. If it's already out, like...
Oh, yeah, well, we're going to release everything around the same time, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess I want to say, you know, talk about kind of our final thoughts here.
Yeah.
You know, with everything that you've done, all the music and everything, you know, you really should be proud of everything you do, man.
Thank you.
Like, it's a crazy life to do all this. And I know it's something that, like, years later, myself included, when I look back on something like this, I'm just going to be like, oh, my God, like, look at me right there. Like, I couldn't have seen, like, I can't see how far I'll go with this, but I know it's going to be somewhere great. Yeah. You know? And I see the same thing for you, man, because you're a hustler. You grind hard. You, Misho, you got a great family supporting you. Yeah. And I guess kind of want to say, pass it off to you here, saying, you know, any final thoughts you kind of want to put out there for the fans? Yeah. Anything else you might want to say? Tell them. Yeah,
I think what you just said is great. Like, I really appreciate that. I appreciate both you guys. Appreciate you guys for having me on this as the first episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think what I'm trying to do is different, and it's something that I'll take the shade, I'll take the uncomfortableness for a bit. I'll put myself out there. Yeah. I'll go to it doesn't matter if I did Swae Lee. Yeah. I did Swae Lee, but my boy's doing a show and there's 25 people in the crowd. I'm gonna give them the same performance I did at Swae Lee.
Yeah, same
to those energy. 25 people. And I think what I'm just trying to do now is work as hard as I can, day in and day out, and just, you know, really, really, really hold on to this and keep going. And I just really want this city to get something out of it. Yeah. Eventually it'll be more and more and more and more. But yeah, I just want the people that actually see this interview or see this or see my music to just know that I'm trying to do it for them too. Yeah. And I don't need all the support at once. Yeah. I really appreciate the support by everyone because it's amazing and like it's very, very positive in the city. And I think if you're an artist out there, you might think there's a lot of hate, but there's a lot of love. And there's a lot you get out of it.
There's a lot of love. I love that.
And if you're not a great artist, at least you know, you try it out. But I think there's a lot more love that outweighs the hate right now. And I just think,
that's perfect. I couldn't have said that better myself.
Thank you, brother.
That's beautiful words right there.
And I think on the last note, I don't know. I just keep being authentic, and I'm gonna just keep trying to do this shit. So.
Oh, yeah, man, this is the kind of thing that I want to have going forward with every artist. You know, get down to like the raw, the real them. You know, and get down to your character. Yeah. Right. And I think that's what we cover here today. And that's I'm glad that you came out here to do this, man.
You,
it's been a great talk with you, man.
It's dope. I really appreciate it.
But I think that's gonna be all we have for now. Yo. But make sure you guys are, you know, you're tuning into my boy JVK, man. He's got some stuff coming out. Black Beatles remix, Trap Dance coming soon. Yeah. And make sure you guys are also streaming out, you know, his newest project out right now, Tron Tape, because this shit's goated. I can't tell you more. Listen to Tron. If you had to pick a song on there, you know, I'll let it speak for itself. But I think that is going to be all from us for now. Yeah. Rose City.
Shout out Rose City.
It's been a pleasure having you guys watching. Thank you guys for watching at home. And stay blessed. God bless you all. And hope you have a great night. Peace.
Perfect.
Please, girl, I'm trying. Just hold on to me. Let's see you. Break it down. Let me see you touch the ground.